Welcome in, Chargers fans. Big day today, big Monday, good Monday, in my opinion. We fired Joe Lombardi, I believe, over a week ago. We've been interviewing some guys. Zach Robinson, Joe Brady were probably viewed by most to be the top two candidates. Most, if not all, of the interviews had some sort of Sean McVay tree connection. But today, the Chargers have hired Kellen Moore as our offensive coordinator. Kellen Moore and the Cowboys mutually agreed to part ways, but I think that the story is that uh, Mike McCarthy sort of wanted a little bit more control of the offense. He wanted to take back the play calling responsibilities for the Cowboys. And I mean, Kellen Moore got some head coaching interviews last year, so it's not too surprising that he would be the best candidate for the best offensive coordinator position in the league. Um, I think it was last year where, or maybe early this year, when I was already having my own questions about Brand Staley and him putting Justin Herbert in when he had fractured rib cartilage when we were down 28 points to the Jags. It's like 5 minutes left in the game. I was already starting to think about Kellen Moore as a potential head coach opportunity for the Chargers. But luckily, the Cowboys let go of Kellen Moore, and the Chargers within 24 hours picked him up. I guess that there was already sort of some communication between the two teams, possibly. But Kellen Moore, I believe he played at Boise State for a couple of years, was a very successful college QB, but he did go undrafted. Don't remember what team he was with for a couple of years, but he eventually made his way to the Cowboys. He was the backup, and then he retired after like 3 years, and he's been their offensive coordinator for 3 or 4 years. He was their quarterbacks coach for a little while. And then when Jason Garrett was hired, I think that he's the one who might have promoted Kellen Moore. The Cowboys' offense has been very good every single year that Kellen Moore has been offensive coordinator. Yes, they have a lot of talent on their team. They have one of the best O-lines in the league. They have C.D. Lamb for the last 2 or 3 years. They had Amari Cooper, Michael Gallup. Receiving core wasn't great this year, though. Outside of CD, they have had Tony Pollard and Zeke, pretty good 1-2 punch. But they have a top 12 quarterback, I would say, in Dak Prescott. Kellen Moore's upgrading to I would argue, top 5 quarterback in Justin Herbert. Right here, I just put Jalen Hyatt because he is somebody who's getting a lot of hype for Chargers fans and Chargers mock drafts. Haven't seen him in too many first round mocks, which I agree with. I don't think I would take him in the first round. I mean, if he was there for the Chargers second round pick, then absolutely. I think that he's probably going to end up going early second. So I don't think that the Chargers are going to have the opportunity to take him. But looking at just these two from 2022, Dallas did have the best red zone offense in the entire NFL. And then the Chargers had the 18th best red zone offense in the entire NFL. Chargers could not really just do anything in the red zone, but especially pass in the red zone. Late in the season, I think we got it going a little bit for maybe the last 2 games of the regular season, but it was just atrocious play calling, play design. Nobody was open. It was almost no crossing routes. We were okay running the ball in the red zone. That's why Austin Eckler led the league in touchdowns again. But our passing concepts in the red zone were horrible, but our passing concepts and scheme all around, as we would all agree, was not up to par, was not even close to being what is right for Justin, in our opinion. And I think that we will be taking a step closer to that with this hire of Kellen Moore. On the right, we have intended air yards per attempt. This is, I guess, pretty close to ADOT, but it shows that Dak was number 10 this year. He only played in 12 games, but intended air yards per attempt, so whether or not it was completed, how many yards they actually threw it every time they attempted it in a pass, whether or not it was caught. Justin Herbert was way down here at 31 with Tom Brady, actually a little bit behind Tom Brady. There's a little bit of a drop off between Tom Brady, Matthew Stafford with a horrible elbow. Seeing Kyler pretty low is a little bit surprising, but their offense was just horrible. Seeing Patrick relatively low is kind of surprising, but once again, it's Patrick Mahomes and Andy Reid. They have Travis Kelce. They adapted very well to teams playing too high with no Tyreek Hill. They thrived in the underneath. We have not thrived in the underneath, but looking up here, you get to the two was with the very explosive Miami Dolphins offense with Tyreek Hill, with Jalen Waddle, Josh Allen, one of the best quarterbacks in the NFL, Marcus Mariota. But this very much so surprised me. I guess it's just a lot of play action shots because Falcons kind of just ran the ball all game, every game. Justin Fields, kind of same thing. Zach Wilson. I mean, not a lot of great names at the very, very top. But then you get into Lamar Jackson, Dak Prescott, Jalen Hurts, Aaron Rodgers. We want Justin to be closer to that range because, I mean, one, yes, that's a lot of good names up there, but those are also very dynamic and unique offenses where play action is going to be a bigger part of it. Some more options for Justin rather than just a straight drop back every single play, running stick, running option routes to Keenan almost every single third down, praying that our 30-year-old, almost 31-year-old wide receiver could win one-on-ones every single route, and having to throw into a hole the size of a football, which Justin can do a lot of times, but being able to create some more separation and throw the ball down the field is what we've all been calling for, and I think that we're going to get that a little bit more. For sure, some more unique schemes, some more unique play calling. I have heard some things about inconsistent play calling, but that could also very well just be Mike McCarthy kind of being in Kellen Moore's ear during the game and trying to have a little bit of input. So that could be where some of that incongruency shows up. 3 takeaways that I have from this hire. First of all, it's a good hire, in my opinion. He has experience. Yes, he's still young. But the Chargers offense will look very different in 2023. That's what we all wanted. It will be more unique. We will throw the ball down the field more. Kellen Moore has experience in a good offense, experience play calling. Everybody in the Cowboys organization has only had very good things to say about Kellen Moore. Dak and Kellen Moore were pretty close. Hopefully he can ignite Justin a little bit. Number 2, this is a pretty big one, but Brand Staley showed the ability to go outside of his comfort zone. He interviewed a lot of Rams coaches. He interviewed a lot of Rams and 49ers tree coaches, which I can agree with in a sense. That's the scheme that you believe in. Those are 2 good offensive schemes, but there were other good schemes out there too, and other bright minds that you can talk to. And thankfully, we were aggressive when a very good one became available, and we got him. So I still don't like Brandon Staley. Still hope that we fire him. And yet, I hope that we actually, I don't hope. I don't have any hope. Because until we win the Super Bowl next year, I'm not going to believe that this team has truly changed, because Brandon Staley is still at the helm and the Spanos family still owns this team. But this was for some people, I could see how they would say it was a step in the right direction. Number 3, we need to get other potential offensive coordinators in the building. Quarterbacks coach, run game coordinator, probably not a potential OC, but passing game coordinator, stuff like that, assistants. We need to get some bright minds to all come together for this scheme, all learn it together. Yes, Kellen Moore will spearhead that attack, that creation process, but I want a lot of people involved in that process, and we need a lot of potential eligible offensive coordinators to be in the building, because Justin Herbert is probably going to get Kellen Moore a head coaching job, possibly after 1 year, probably after a couple years, because, I mean, he's going to come in and Justin Herbert's going to make him look incredible. Even if the scheme is slightly better, Justin's going to make it look way better, and that's going to get Kellen Moore a head coaching job. There are already some rumors last year. He's already had some interviews, but yes, the next year or two is looking good with Kellen Moore, but we also need to have some plans for years beyond that. Keep an eye out for some draft videos coming out. I've been taking my time, but also really going through. I've mostly been looking at receivers so far, but I have a list coming together and really been digging into the film the last 2 or 3 weeks. But keep an eye out for those. Hopefully some Chargers mock drafts, some Chargers team needs. East West Shrine Bowl is, I think practice might have started today. Senior Bowl's coming up. Draft season is upon us with Senior Bowl and Combine, free agency. But it's a fun time to be a fan of the NFL. Like, comment, subscribe. Let me know what you guys think of the Kellen Moore hire, and I'll see you guys in the next one.